hunter must hunt.
Double digits, baby. All right. There we go. Camera looks okay. Audio looks okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I take OSCP tomorrow at 10 a.m. Any last-minute pointers? Don't fail. Also, do you think PK exec Prevesk will be patched in the exam or no? I would guess not, but don't take my word for that. Don't take my word for it, okay? Best of luck to you, Taos and Guak. I'm sure you've got this. Just be efficient. Be efficient. Move efficiently. Rely on your process, okay? You should have spent time in the labs learning your process. Rely on your process. PK exec would be great on the exam. Sure, but, I mean, it's only a Prevesk on a Linux machine. Keep in mind, like, at least half of the machines are Windows. Because they're domain joined. That's not to say you can't domain join a Linux machine. I would just expect them not to do it. By the way, welcome, everyone, to this, the most blessed of days, Cthulhu Cthursday. Figlui Mugelwanaf Klulu Rilye Gagnagel Faten. We're in here today. I honestly thought about canceling the stream again today because, as Helen of Tor can attest, I've basically just been working nonstop since Monday. Since Monday, I've basically been working a lot. I've been because we've been on this assessment, and we've been kind of stuck. And this is the last week on the assessment, so I really wanted to make stuff happen. And if you want to know how the assessment's going, I'll tell you. Not who the client is, but I'll tell you the story of how it's gone up until now. I kept encountering... Stuff kept happening right at when the stream was supposed to happen. I've basically been working and I've been in the gym. Those are the two things basically that I've been doing. Did Blue catch you? They have, yes. They've detected a couple of things that we've been doing, but we're on a host that they don't seem. They've kicked us off of one host, but we're on another host that they don't seem to be aware that we're on. Mostly because ATP is not on that host. So ATP is not able. So regular old Windows Defender is not able to detect the things that we're doing. ATP could detect some of the stuff we were doing before, and they caught us with a SQL compliance thing, so they nuked an entire domain account. They nuked an entire, one of the entire service account, because it basically, if we didn't realize it at the time, it basically gave us local admin on all their servers. It basically gave us admin on all their servers. So we could have laterally moved to all their servers before they could have stopped it. So they nuked the entire account, but we were trying to be too tentative, so they nuked it before we moved. So yeah, that's where we're at. Oh well, it's not where we're at. That was a setback that we had. Mostly ATP has been the difficulties have been ATP, Blue doing stuff against us, and weird DNS connection issues through the proxy is generally the issues that we've been having. So we've had a lot of problems, but that's just, the way of things. We eventually did laterally move to a server from an ASREP. We ASREP roasted a service. We ASREP roasted an account with pre-authentication disabled. We cracked the password. And then we laterally moved to we laterally moved to a server on which we now sit. From that server, unfortunately, there's not really any credentials. It's like it's a SQL server, so basically people aren't logging into it directly. People are logging into applications that are using the SQL server. So we do see people logged into this account, are logged into this machine, but they're logged in mostly with Kerberos, so we can't get their credentials with Mimikatz, but we can get their tickets. So I've been running Kerberos and Rubius in monitor mode for days, waiting for somebody, waiting for a nice account to authenticate, so that we can then use their ticket to access services. And one finally did today. It's always good when you see a TGT pop up in Rubius, and it's a really thick ticket, or a thicket, if you will. Like, the tickets contain basically a bunch of user permissions, and so if a user has a lot of permissions, the TGT is going to be really thick. That's the pack part of NoPack. I keep forgetting what pack stands for. But the pack contains information on the user's what the user's allowed to access, essentially. And this ticket was huge. This was a big TGT. And I looked this user up in Bloodhound, and he was, 600 groups or something? He was a software engineer, solutions architect, or something. We took his ticket, and we've been using his ticket to access shares a variety of shares all day long. He doesn't seem to have local admin on any of the servers, which sucks. However, we did connect to the IT department's file share, and we downloaded a file. What was it called again? Hang on a second. I have it right here. Off camera, obviously. User admin AD account setup.xlsx. So I just popped that thing open, and there's an entire Excel spreadsheet of domain usernames and passwords. Rutro Raggy. It was pretty tasty. It was pretty tasty. Not encrypted or anything. Just an entire entire Excel spreadsheet full of usernames and passwords. So that is that's nice. That gives me a real nice warm fuzzy right there. So we'll see if we can get anything done with those, but we should be able to. They're all users, but some of them are admin passwords. So hopefully we'll be able to pivot somewhere where there is. We may want to run Bloodhound to get. I'm kind of talking out loud now, but we may want to run Bloodhound to get session data, and then pivot with these known user credentials to a server that. Yeah, just like the professor said that one time. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for today. We got, obviously, a lot of stuff is happening. I didn't want to cancel the stream for the third day in a row. So we are here. We'll do some stuff. I think we're going to do some Try Hack Me or some Hack the Box. And then I got to get right back to it. I did not want to. We're just going to do some chill stuff. I don't have anything. I still need to finish up Hollow. Today's not the day for finishing up Hollow. That's going to take a while, I think, to get the NTLM relay working the way that I want, with like Inve and stuff. And today is just not the day for that. We're gonna do some chill stuff today. Again, I do apologize. I do have a full-time job, and it's been really busy. I've been really busy. I've been really busy this the last couple of weeks, and I appreciate your understanding while things more or less return. Well, until things return to normal. Next week, I should be on a more normal streaming schedule. Night of Dark with the 3 months. John Doe Norris with the 10 months. Double digits indeed. Maticus Maximus with the 10 months indeed. Asrep Rose this sub streak. Well, does it have pre-authentication disabled? My guess is it does not. Sorovi with the 8 months. Welcome back to the All House Red team. All of you fine people. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Relicard, thank you for the follows. Cthulhu Fountain to you, my friend. Also, I'm in the next room, so if he forgets to change the screen, I'm going to throw stuff at him. I can lock the door, so don't tempt me. Don't forget to link your Excel to this on share so you can get updates if something changes. I mean, the problem is that the ticket, the real reason I was considering not streaming is because, like, that ticket that we harvested, that really thick ticket, has an expiration date. And it's going to expire. So we have all these other credentials, so it should be okay, I guess. But I wanted to try and I had to find something with that ticket before it expires. Yeah. All sounds like a barrel lap. I mean, red teaming, pen testing, it's always a struggle a lot of times. It just is. It's just the way of things. Do you want to talk about the Linux kernel? Yeah, I heard about it. I'm sorry, again, guys, I haven't had time to look at really just about anything. I did look at it. I saw the POC. I have not played with it. I have not had the luxury of being able to play around with stuff this week. I've been, my balls have been being busted. But apparently there is a new Linux privilege escalation, memory corruption vulnerability that's been around for like 12 years. Sounds pretty fucking bad. Sounds real bad. But again, I'm not the person to ask. I have not looked at it. I honestly have not looked at it. I've been too busy. There's only so much time I can spend, like, jeez. I found a wonderful Pwnkit.sh script, sh script on GitHub that's obfuscated. Oh, nice. Can you start? You can start with it. There's a try hack me room. Will take like 10 minutes. I guess we can start with it. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Again, I don't really have anything prepared. I have not had time to prepare anything. I've really been heads down here. But if that's what the people would like to see, do people want to do that try hack me room of the PK exec exploit? Is that what people want to see? I would like to see it. Okay. We're just happy for the stream. I'm doing my best. I know it's I owe you guys I feel like I owe you guys a stream for at least a while. And we're gonna do Fun Day Sunday on Sunday. Oh wait. We may not be able to do Fun Day Sunday. So on Sunday I'm doing I need to look at the times. Maybe it's been sent to me. I believe it was sent to me. Hang on just a second. Let's look on my calendar. But on Sunday, we have a really special thing happening. Okay, so we will be able to have Fun Day Sunday. But I'm probably going to have to bump it up to 2 p.m. Eastern. I may have to bump it up to 2 p.m. Eastern. But on Sunday, the semifinal, the UTC semifinal is up. The UHC, not UTC. UHC semifinal is happening, and yours truly is commentating. I will be commentating the Ultimate Hacking Championship semifinal on Twitch on Sunday. So make sure to tune in for that because it's going to be a good time. That's gonna be a good time. Yep. Oh, really now? Yep. For real. Okay. We've seen Long Cat. We want Short Rocco. Maybe you'll see Rocco a little bit later. If I try to pick him up, he's gonna bite me. He bites the shit out of me. At least 70% of the time. At least 70% of the time, when I try to pick him up, he bites me. 70% of the time, when I try to interact with him at all, he bites me. Please show Spicy Boy. Well, let's start that try hack me room. Let's get started with that at least. Let's start off with that. He is a little goblin, yes. Okay, what is this? So I'm looking on TryHackMe. I'm logged in here. Or let's do a private window. Oh, you bring this boy. Okay, come on. I guess bring him in here then. You can come in too. You don't have to see you. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Oh, here's Rocco. Yeah, he's happy right now. He's not biting me. This is good news. He looks like a wingless bat. He's more of like a cylinder. He's just a solid block of apparently poop because he's pooped like 1,000,000 times since being here. Like, he's just a solid block of poop.
He's been shitting nonstop.
You gonna give me a small M&M? Oh, he gave me a kiss. Thank you. Give me another small M&M. Thank you, Rocco. Yes. Okay. Here you go. Okay, well, that did not do him justice. I assure you he is much more curmudgeonly than that. He was very sweet there. That's only because of the stream. Don't be fooled. Oh, come on. Fucking CAPTCHA. I'm logging in to try hack me.
We should have a spicy boy emote. Long cat step aside, we have the Rocco Bipis.
Which one is longer, Long Cat or Rocco's Beepus? That's the real question. All right, we're logged in. Alrighty. Jeff Ram, thanks for almost the 69 single biddies. Is it PK exec? Let's just pop over to here. Okay, what's it called? Exploiting log4j. It's this one, Pwn Kit. This one, it's got to be. This is the CVE number, is it not? Local privilege escalation located in the Pwnkit package installed by default on almost every major distribution of the Linux operating system. Are we doing stream? Yeah, let's do stream. Again, guys, like I was working until like literally 2 minutes before, like 3 minutes before I put the stream on. I'm all out of sorts today. I do apologize. Again, I've been working basically nonstop this week. I'll turn it on, Stream Raiders. It needs to be updated, of course. I'm still working. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to go right back to working, I'm afraid. It's been a day. It's been a day, guys. We are upgrading stream so let's take another. While Stream Raiders is updating. Let's go ahead and join the room. Start the machine. I don't want no. Oh, am I supposed to use the attack box for this? I guess that makes sense. Or can I just... Again, I have not looked at this at all. I don't know. People are telling me it's easy. All right. Well, we're just going to learn together. What does PK exec normally do? It's like a different version of sudo. Lets you execute commands as a different user, essentially. Why not try it on your Kali VM? I don't know how it works. I could try it on the Kali VM, sure. But I don't know how it works. So we're starting up Stream Raiders, and then while this box starts up, so we got some great stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks. We've got I'm commenting UHC on Sunday, so tune in for that for sure. And I'm going to be what are we doing? Why am I not logged in with? I have to log in with Twitch. Okay. It's making me log in for some reason. I've logged into Twitch 15 times today, I feel like. $58,13503. What time is the UHC so I can create a calendar reminder? The time is, I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern. I mean, go check on, I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern, but check UHC's website for the details on that. Okay, we're logged into Stream Raiders, finally. Let's go this way. Mr. Faisal, welcome. Okay. Alright, Stream Raiders is just going. Just heard back from SRT that I passed my interview. Congratulations, Jiffaram. All has Red Dracos in chat for Jiffaram.
Just heard back from SRT that I passed my interview.
SRT is Synac Red Team. Welcome. Well done, Jiffaram. Nice job. Congratulations. Okay, so try hack me Pwn Kit. Hopefully you guys can see. Like it is, can I make this any bigger, I wonder? I guess not. But you guys can still... Maybe just for this box, I can move myself over here. Let's do that. How's that? That lets you guys see, right? All right, we'll move our face over there. No. Stop. Can I just select the... OBS is being annoying right now. Oh my god, it's mayhem. Alright, hang on. There we go. We'll just select the whole thing manually. Move us over here. That seems good. And let's go ahead and change the current challenge. It's called Pwn Kit. Did you finish Hollow and how are you? We're basically one big step away from domain admin on Hollow. I haven't had a chance to finish it yet. I've been extremely overwhelmed with work recently. But we are gonna finish Hollow. It's just not gonna happen it's not gonna happen this stream and probably not next stream either. I had to cancel the last two streams because I canceled the one on Sunday because it was Helen's birthday, and I was taking her out for her birthday. So that's why I canceled on Sunday. And then on Tuesday, I was just too fucking busy. I couldn't make it work. All right, so let's do this. This room will provide an overview of the vulnerabilities as well as recommendations to patch affected systems. Okay, we can get completed. Good work. Okay, Pwn Kit was discovered by researchers at Qualys and announced in January 2022. The technical security advisory for this vulnerability can be found here. The vulnerability has existed in every version of Pwnkit, of the policy toolkit or Pwnkit package since it was first released in 2009, and allows any unprivileged attacker to easily obtain full administrative access over any Linux machine with the Pwnkit package installed. Unfortunately, Pwnkit is installed by default on most distributions of Linux, making this vulnerability extremely widespread. So it sounds like Dirty Cow. It sounds like the modern Dirty Cow. Buenos dias, Don Suaz. Don Suaz, welcome, my friend. Welcome. I'm stuck on the AV section of Hollow. We covered how to do the AV. We covered the AV, Turco. You can feel free to reach out to me if you have questions. Feel free to reach out to me if you have questions. But look at what I did for the AV. AV evasion is about just basically tweaking code and running it again. Yeah, Helen did not ask me. Did not ask me to cancel the stream. I just decided it was a good idea because it was her birthday. That's all. Yeah. So, All right, so I don't know why Shamad 07555 works for fixing it. We're gonna find out. Okay, Pwnkit is part of the Linux authorization system. In effect, when you try to perform an action which requires a higher level of privileges, Pwnkit can be used to determine whether or not you have the prerequisite permissions. It is integrated with systemd and is much more configurable than the traditional sudo system. Indeed, it is sometimes referred to as the sudo of systemd, providing a granular system with which to assign permissions to users. When interacting with Pwnkit, we can use the pkexec utility. It is this program that contains the Pwnkit vulnerability. As an example of using the utility, attempting to run the user add command through pkexec in a GUI session results in a pop-up asking for credentials. I remember there was a vulnerability similar to this, like not last year, I think the year before last, and it was a race condition. I think it was also in Pwnkit, and it was a race condition that allowed you to add a new user, essentially. I don't remember the details of it. I definitely saw a YouTube video of it being demonstrated. Attempting to run the user add command through pkexec in a GUI session. So you try to add a user through Pwnkit, and you're going to get a pop-up that asks for authentication. In a CLI session, we get a text-based prompt instead. So let's try that over here. pkexec alhazred. We can just do pkexec user add. So it does ask authenticating as root. So we can try Tor. And it does not work. Oh no! The incident has been reported. Ruh-roh, Raggy. But I think we're probably fine. Something tells me we're probably fine. Yeah, Bunka asks the incident has been reported. To summarize, the policy toolkit can be thought of as a fine-grained alternative to the simpler pseudo system you may already be familiar with. The Pwnkit vulnerability exists in the pkexec utility, the primary front end to the Pwnkit system. We won't get into too much detail here in the interest of readability, but you're encouraged to read through the Qualys security advisory, which is right here, for a full technical explanation of the vulnerability. I'll copy this link and I'll paste it in chat here. If it's a Rickroll, it's not my fault. Versions of pkexec released prior to the patch don't handle the command line arguments safely, which leads to an out-of-bounds write vulnerability, allowing an attacker to manipulate the environment with which pkexec is run. This is all you really need to know, but for a slightly more technical explanation, read on. More specifically, pkexec attempts to parse any command line arguments that we pass it using a for loop, starting at an index of 1 to offset the name of the program and obtain the first real argument. If we enter pkexec bash, then as pkexec is the name of the program, it would be argument 0. The actual command line arguments start at index 1. So this is pretty common for programming languages when parsing arguments. When you're the arguments come in kind of an array, and you can iterate through them with a loop. The name of the program is irrelevant to argument parsing, so the indexing is simply offset to ignore it. What happens then if we don't provide any arguments? The index is set permanently to 1. The following pseudocode may help you to realize this. So this is what the for loop looks like if you're familiar with programming. That is what a for loop looks like there. If the number of arguments is 0, then n is always less than... So n is set to 1. N less than number of arguments, which is the number of arguments in this case is only 1. The number of arguments is 1. The program name itself is an argument. But n is not 1 is not less than 1. So this for loop never actually executes. N stays equal to 1 and the loop is bypassed completely. Yeah. So this for loop as written will never actually execute. Hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense to everyone following the logic so far? This for loop, if you provide no arguments to pkexec, this for loop never actually executes. It bypasses it completely. N starts at 1. It tests to see if n is less than number of arguments. 1 is not less than 1. And then if this passed, it would execute the loop. But this is not passed, so the for loop is bypassed completely. This becomes a problem later when pkexec attempts to write to the value of the argument at index n. As there are no command line arguments, there is no argument at index n. Instead, the program overwrites the next thing in memory, which just so happens to be the first value in the list of environment variables when the program is called using a C function called execve. In other words, by passing pkexec a null list of arguments, we can force it to overwrite an environment variable instead. So this is similar. This is kind of similar to... It looks kind of similar to shell shock. Shell shock was a vulnerability in Bash that allowed you to manipulate Bash's environment variables, which gives you remote code execution, essentially. Dangerous environment variables are removed by the operating system when you attempt to run a program that is the SUID bit set, as pkexec does by necessity. This is to prevent attackers from being able to hijack the program as it runs with administrative permissions. Using the out-of-bounds right, we are able to reintroduce our choice of these dangerous environment variables by tricking pkexec into adding it for us. So at runtime... Is Star in here? Oh, hi, honey. Hi, sweetheart. I guess Helen must have put her in here. But yeah, Star is behind me. Essentially, at runtime, you're adding an environment variable, and that bypasses the check to see if there are any of these bad, dangerous environment variables set. The check happens when the program is first executed, and the environment variable is added during the program's execution. There are a variety of different ways to abuse this, all leading to code execution as the root user. Is Pwnkit exploitable remotely? Yay or nay? That would be nay. Which Pwnkit utility does the Pwnkit vulnerability reside? That's pkexec. So this is kind of cool. This is a pretty nifty little vulnerability, the way they're explaining it to us. All right, let's go into the exploitation. Exploiting Pwnkit is lamentably incredibly easy. There are many exploits available online, and writing your own version is not particularly difficult. The version that we will be using is written in C by HacktheBox's, and it was released soon after the Qualys security advisory was made public. The repository can be found here. I will post this link in chat. Okay. Again, if it's a Rickroll, I am not responsible. We can take a look at it really quickly. So this is the POC. I think this is the one I was sent yesterday. A friend of mine sent me the POC for this yesterday. I barely looked at it. But if you look, this is very, very simple. Here we see environment variable getting set. Yep, they're setting an environment variable. I'm not sure what gconvert path is, but I'm sure it executes code somehow if it's set. All right. This variation of the exploit makes use of the dangerous gconv path variable to include a malicious shared object file that calls the bin.sh shell with root permissions. Pretty simple. First, we must connect to the target machine. If you're using the in-browser connection, you already have access through your browser using the terminal on the right-hand side of the screen. We have that. Navigate to the pre-added Pwnkit subdirectory. Okay. Here we are. And then looks like we compile it very simply. So GCC, CVE, output, Pwnkit. Okay, so we compiled it with GCC just now. It's written in C. We can then run the exploit with exploit to obtain instant root access over the target. We'll take a look at what the code's doing here in just a second. And if we segfault, cannot create directory Pwnkit file exists. So it looks like we hit a seg fault because we're erroring out. The segmentation fault should be expected. I should clarify. I probably can't name the file Pwnkit. I realized already that that's probably the issue. But this segmentation fault doesn't mean that the exploit has necessarily failed. keep in mind we're overwriting sections of the program's memory. The program probably will not be able to continue to execute after we do this. This is pretty common. So we are crashing pkexec on purpose. We'll call it exploit. Exploit, and boom, we are root. Wow. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, wow. Wow. Much impress. Very impress, much difficult, much hacker. Yeah, we are in, indeed. Let's take a look at this exploit a little bit more, see what it's actually doing. Okay, so this is an embedded C program. It's actually embedding. This is basically a pointer to many. This is a pointer to an entire string. In C, essentially all strings are basically pointers. I won't go into the specifics of C, but when you declare a string in C, you're essentially declaring a pointer to a char array that's terminated in a null byte, essentially. So that's what this is. It's essentially just an entire... this is an entire program that... Let's see, what does this actually do? It's setting the UID to 0, set effective UID to 0. So this is a shared object file. I'm guessing these convert init things are required by this environment variable here. So this is a shared object. A shared object is meant to be loaded by other programs, not really executed by itself. So this and this one is being loaded into pkexec via this environment variable and executed. So it's setting. First of all, it is creating a executable file called Pwnkit. That's what this is. And then it's making it executable, which is what this is. And then it's setting the environment variable right there. Then it creates a Pwnkit directory and echoes all of that into it, it looks like. And then Pwnkit, pwnkit.c. This is the... Yep, it's opening it up. It's compiling it. This is compiling the shared object file right here. And then it is calling pkexec with the only argument being it's adding a null byte. It is adding a single null byte to terminate the arguments. So what this does is it terminates the arguments. This null byte right here. And then we put the environment variable right after that. So this null byte is going to terminate the parsing of the arguments, which bypasses that for loop that we just mentioned. And then we write an environment variable directly into memory. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes some sense. Don Swaz, thank you for the follow. Software Tornado and Bruno Carson, thank you for the follow. Karsten, thank you for the follow. We good? Does everyone understand basically how this is happening? These lines are essentially just compiling this. Then we set the gconv path. We set this nasty environment variable, and then we execute pkexec, which allows us to write an environment variable into the process. Does that make sense? Are you done with Hollow? Nope, not yet. We're not doing Hollow today. Today's probably going to be a shorter stream just because I've been working. I'm working. Happy belated birthday. I'm sure she thanks you. Does anybody have any questions about Pwnkit so far? What is the flag located at flag.txt? Whoops. It looks like we have to do the exploit again. Oh, excuse me. Forgot to rename it. Chmod plus X exploit. And it just pops us right into a root shell. Congratulations, you exported Pwnkit. Yeah, it was very difficult, yes. Is this gonna paste? Thank you. Gar with the raid. Welcome, Gar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Welcome, Tiberius, as well. Good to have you. The new one we released today. Yeah, this is brand new. I have not actually. I heard about this vulnerability when it was announced a couple days ago, but I did not look into it because I've had my head down on a red team assessment that's been challenging me quite a bit, which is good. You want to be challenged, but it doesn't mean that I'm working pretty hard. Developers tend to be fairly fast when it comes to writing patches for critical vulnerabilities. At a prime example, at the time of writing, Canonical have already released patch versions of Pwnkit in the apt package manager for all versions of Ubuntu which are not end of life. In distributions which have not released patches of the package, the recommended hotfix is to simply remove the SUID bit from the pkexec binary. So, the whole reason this works is because pkexec is set UID. So it runs as root every time. So that's why you can run code as root with it as any user. This can be done with a command such as the following. That would be why chmod 07555 remediates this vulnerability, because it removes the set UID bit from pkexec. So whoever asked that question, I hope that makes sense. This is far from ideal, as it only works as a temporary solution until more distributions start packaging. It should be noted that there are many variations of the Pwnkit exploit using different environment variables and exploiting the vulnerability in different ways. Some of these leave traces and logs behind, and others do not. You can check to ensure that a system is patched by attempting to run a copy of the exploit against it. If the exploit returns the pkexec help menu, then the system is patched. So there you go. So either patch your system or remove the set UID bit from pkexec. Alrighty. Congratulations, we did it. Good work, friends. Good work. Really worked hard for that one. They you know, I didn't think we were gonna get it for a while, but we got to the end of that very difficult room right there. Okay, can I close this? Let's just refresh the page. Okay. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. What the? No, terminate. There we go. Seeing if you can get this to work on a random HacktheBox machine would be interesting. Let's try it on my Kali machine while we're here. While we're here, let's just give this a shot on my Kali machine. Alright, so we'll, sudo add user, victim test1234 will be the password. Sudo add user. Victim. There we go. Okay, new password, test1234. Test1234. And we can skip all of this. Su, Victor, victim, test1234. And we are victim. Okay. Alright, so let's get clone. Let's pull down this exploit. I don't think I've updated my Kali since this was found. I updated it sort of semi-recently.
What are you doing, step bro?
Angel D, I'm doing this! Oh, you want me to move the camera back over again? Okay, I'll move the camera back over. Normally the camera is over there. Because of the terminal. Let's just tweak it a little bit. Like that. There we go. Alright. Okay, there we go. All right, exploit, taco exploit. Okay. Exploit, and pops us right into a root shell. So it does work on my Kali, because I have not updated my Kali in the 2 days since this has been announced. Da 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 da. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, that was rough. Yep. Yep. Pretty cool. All right, what are we doing? Are we doing Hack the Box or are we doing Try Hack Me? What are you guys feeling? What are you fuckers feeling? We haven't done Hack the Box in a while, and not because I don't like Hack the Box. We've just been stuck on. We've been doing Try Hack Me for fucking ever. Or we've been doing Hollow. I feel like for a long ass time. I feel like Hollow and Proving Grounds included on Hack the Box. Privask hurt my head. Well, we may not get through all of it today. If we pick a hard machine on Hack the Box, we may not finish Hack the Box today. Makes you wonder what else is out there that hasn't been discovered. Oh yeah, every vulnerability does that. Any retired easy box in Windows? We could take a look. It seems like a lot of people. We did Proving Grounds last week. Let's do some Hack the Box. Let's log into Hack the Box. If it's a difficult box, we may not get through all of it. Hack the Box does tend to have a higher difficulty curve. Not that I'm afraid of higher difficulty, of course, but keep in mind this stream, I do have, I have more work to do after this stream is over. We'll put it that way. So let's take a look at what boxes there are. God damn it, did they change this? They changed this out. They changed this again. Okay. No thanks. All right, let's look at machines. Retired. I know you can't see. Okay. I think Tiberius did Forge. It looks like Return. These are retired machines, right? This is a Windows machine. We could throw that. All right, so we'll ask Windows or Linux first. Some quick polls. That's probably the clearest way. This is probably the clearest way I can phrase this question. There you go. I can't think of a clearer way to phrase that question. So let me get water really quickly. Hi, honey. All right, Windows wins. Windows wins, it appears. So we'll pick from the Windows machines. Return. OS, Windows. The question is, which ones have I not done? Everyone always wants to see the Windows, dude. which I'm not opposed to because I'm actually a little bit more... At this point, I feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable on Windows. We did intelligence. Oddly enough, I did not submit the flags for intelligence. I know we did intelligence for sure. Because I remember how that fucker went. But oddly enough, I did not submit the flags for it. Yeah, let's sort... incomplete. Let's do incomplete. Okay, so I haven't done return. Legacy, devil. Nest. I'm just looking at ones that are rated easy. Because again, I cannot afford to spend... I can't do any insane boxes today, that's for sure. Let's just leave it at those. Get your votes in. What are you doing? Is there a small princess here? What the heck is she doing? I can hear her fucking around by the door. She's got the zoomies. Nest sounds actually difficult. I don't know. Never done any of these boxes. Never done them. We're just kind of rolling with the punches. Devil and Legacy will take like 5 minutes. Okay. Well, if they take 5 minutes, we'll do another one then. Nest looks like pretty interesting. Based on the way people are describing it. Devil and Legacy or Fish in a Barrel. It's probably OSCP-like boxes. It looks like Nest was selected anyway, so let's do Nest. Nest. It's rated easy, so... Oh, apparently I got user on it. I don't remember this box. So this is one of the few boxes I didn't actually complete. So there are a few boxes that I got user on and never actually completed. Alright. I'll go ahead over here and spawn it. Let's just deploy it to the lab. I think it's lab. I want to say it's lab. I hope it's that one. Alright, we'll wait for the box to spin up. Molding incoming. In all probability, yes. Big Mulder incoming. I'm sure it'll be fine. People like to talk up how much a box is going to mold. And saying this, I'm almost guaranteeing that I'm going to mold. Imagine Zap's included. I don't think Zap. I think Zap's gonna be fine. I don't think it's gonna be Zap. We'll put it that way. A little mold is good for the soul. I agree. I fully agree with that statement. It keeps you humble, you know? It keeps you humble. Mcdur Nest. Okay. So let's try, is the box deployed? I think it should be available now. Let's try and ping it. Not a good sign. I hope I got the correct VPN file. Let me just verify I have the correct VPN file before I go down a fucking rabbit hole here. Plus the box may not have stood up yet. It usually takes a little bit longer for the Windows machines to spin up. Access. Stream Raiders is good. We'll do Stream Raiders, yep. Thank you for reminding me.
A hunter must hunt.
I am
Gang gang.
A hunter must hunt.
Is it dedicated? Oh yeah, it is dedicated. Okay. Damn it. Where do I download the VPN? Download your connection pack here. Okay. Alright, we'll download another connection pack. It looks like it was the other VPN file. And here, hack the box, paste it in, place the file. There we go. There that is. Okay, let's try and connect now. Okay. Now let's try and ping, and we can reach the machine. Excellent. Nmap tech SC, tech SV, tech ON, Nmap, in verbose mode, 10.10.10.178. Change the scene. Oh man, we're still, Stream Raiders is still going. I'm sorry, I'll call it out. Codingo, my goodness. Codingo. My goodness. 10 new cult initiates. Thank you so much, Codingo. I'm sorry I didn't see it at first. Welcome to the All Has Red team. Sylvestra, Chaos Shield, 3KSD, Dat Banjan Dude, Lisa Live, Mr. Stark, ATOB, Cybershare, Bass Rhino, ANK, Ainkle, we'll call it that. Welcome back to the All Has Red team. And Quam Q with the 13 months. My goodness, welcome back to the All Has Red team. Thank you so much, Codingo, once again. All right, we'll move on with Stream Raiders. Host seems down. We'll do it with the TAC PN option because we do know it is up. If I run it with sudo, it would probably work. Okay. Stream Raiders is going. Oh, you guys probably just picked a Windows machine because I would have a free PK exec. You picked a Windows machine, so I wouldn't be able to skip the privask. That's why you did it. With PK exec. Big brain chat. Please don't change the title under the camera. Thanks for reminding me. I am notoriously bad at changing it. Hack the box and nest. Okie dokie. All right, so we do see 445 open. So while this is running, we'll go ahead and crack map exec this thing. Try to get, see if we can get what we can get out of it. Okay, Windows 6.1, so we're probably looking at like Windows 7. Hack the box nest, domain hack the box nest. Doesn't look like a domain controller or anything. We could try a null session. Access denied, okay. You guessed. What config did you modify to spawn the Cthulhu ASCII art when you pull up a new terminal? That is... What is that called? No section Bloodhound. Stupendous. So, I had this problem on my... we see that the guest login was successful. But I had this problem with... okay, we're just going to solve this right now. Sudo apt purge crack map exec. I'm going to reinstall crack map exec. Because I had this problem on my work machine with crack map exec this week, and I'm not going to play around with it anymore. The thing is, crack map exec is really picky about its dependencies. So it's best to install it in a virtual environment. And mine was not installed in a virtual environment. So we're gonna purge it, and then we're gonna reinstall it in a virtual environment. Okay, we're gonna do this. Literally use, yeah, NeoFetch. Yeah, it's NeoFetch. I use NeoFetch, and I use a version of it on Windows for my Windows terminal, which looks like this. It usually takes a minute to, it takes a second to actually start. I haven't changed this ASCII art. I've always meant to and never actually got around to it. But you can see I've customized my Windows terminal as well. You can use the Docker image; it works fine. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have it installed directly. I'm okay with it. It's a Docker image, a virtual environment, same difference. It sounds a little bit easy. It's a little bit easier to use it in a virtual environment. In that I don't have to start a Docker container. Okay, and then pipx install crackmap exec. This will install it in a virtual environment so that all of its dependencies are isolated from the rest of my machine. Was that a power line? It's a PowerShell. Yeah, this is PowerShell. This is PowerShell 7, actually. The open source, more modern version of PowerShell. Yeah, there are some problems using it in a Docker container. Namely that the problems wouldn't probably exist on this host, but they do on my my work laptop. So I'm doing it in I'm just gonna do it here. So now we should have it installed now. There we go. So crackmap exec is installed, and we should not get that bloodhound that missing bloodhound dependency problem again. Why? The molding begins. This fixed it on my, This fixed it. Oh, I know what I had to do to fix it. I had to do something else to fix it. CD CME. Yep. Vim CME.conf. And I had to remove there's like a separate CME.conf Bloodhound. I could disable Bloodhound in Bloodhound enabled equals false is what we want. Equals false. Does it have to be a capital false? I think it has to be capital because it's Python. False. Okay, so now it should work. Yeah, cross-sec, I figured that out. Again, I had this problem on my work computer this week, and that has fixed it. So all we did was we disabled the Bloodhound functionality is all. And it looks like we do have guest access with no password. Let's look at shares. Oh, I have a mult. I do. Okay. Syntax hacks! You're gonna make Helen of Tor walk in here to tell me to yell at you! What kind of a degenerate did you think that you are? She should be working! I mean, she already wasn't working when you told her to come in here and tell me, but you're not exactly helping, are you? Alright, so we do have 2 shares we can read here. Let's read data first. No password. And we're in. Okay, IT production reports shared. CD IT. Dir. Denied. CD production. Dir. Denied. CD reports. Dir. Denied. No. Did I fucking stutter? CD shared. Okay. I'll fucking rip my headphones. Man, I know why my CEO wants everyone to stop working remotely now. Yeah, that's true. Hopefully, at least it'll dispel the inexplicable rumor that I'm a manlet. Because you've seen her stand next to me. People have been joking that I'm like 5 feet tall. If I'm 5 feet tall, she's actually legally a midget. Okay? If I'm 5 foot tall, Helen of Tor is legally a midget, legally like a hobbit, like an actual hobbit. Okay. All right. Okay. Get. I mean, she already is a hobbit, but she'd be a short hobbit, is what I'm getting at. Object name. Oh, CD templates. CD HR. This is what I've been doing all day. I feel right at home. Get welcome email.txt. My whole fucking day has been sifting through has been sifting through SMB shares. Templates. City marketing. I could have just mget star recursive, but I'm too lazy for that. All right, we're done. All right, let's just cat star.text. Take a look. There's currently no scheduled maintenance. We would like to extend a warm welcome to our newest member of staff. First name and surname. Okay. How personable. I had the pleasure of suffering through a day-long mandatory army training today over Teams. You'd think that by 2022 people know how to mute their microphone in a work call. I live in constant fear of not muting my microphone in work calls because like, I usually work during the work calls because usually the work calls, I don't really have to participate in them, which I appreciate. But so a lot of times I just have the work call going while I'm working. And sometimes my working, as Helen of Tor will attest, does include cursing. So, yes, I would say I live in constant fear of forgetting to mute myself. Work calls, in other words, a meeting? Yeah. I mean, yeah. I have to have oh, good. We have credentials.
A fine addition to my collection.
You just swear all the time over everything? I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so let's add credentials. Temp user. Okay, so we do have fine additions to our collection. If you have any users accessing, please inform the IT department. Okay, so let's see what we can access with those credentials then. Temp user. Welcome 2019. Al randomly screams, and I wouldn't typically scream in frustration, but I would typically say, God fucking damn it, and stuff like that. I just say stuff like that. So we do have some credentials here. We got into the secure dollar share here. Very secure indeed. So we can SMB client. U is temp user. Password is welcome 2019. Dir. CD finance. Dir. CDHR. Dir. CDIT. Dir. Okay, it actually was secure. Did I just get jebaited? It appears that I got jebaited. We have really awesome, awful curse words where I'm from, so God fucking damn it's like our hello. Yeah. I mean, we're all adults on the phone. I don't, but you probably don't want to be just cursing at with clients around. That's probably not a good idea. Did we ever take a look at that users folder? Let's take a look at that. Temp user. Get. Is there anything in there? No, it's blank. I can't imagine that I'm able to... We'll see if we can access any of the other any of the other folders. My guess is we're not going to be able to access the other folders. CDR Thompson. CDL Frost. CDC Smith. CD Administrator. Nope. No joy. Okay, we can try WinRM with those credentials as well, but I doubt that they're gonna work, but we can give it a shot. WinRM. Take shares away. Care to explain why your operator wrote that our firewall rules are a bag of smashed assholes? What does a smashed asshole look like? Okay, so that didn't work. Was there anything else we could access? Maybe there's other stuff we can access as in the temp user. Okay. CDIT. It was shared that we could access before. Okay, so we can access IT now. Can we access anything else? Production? Dir. We can access production as well. CD reports. Dir. Okay, so we can access all these other folders, but only IT folder is the one it has stuff that we need. All right, so how do we... I think it's like recurse on. Prompt off, I think. And then mget star. Hopefully I did that right. Did I do that right? Yes, I did it right. Without even checking. This is what you're here for, chat, okay? This is what you're here for, remembering that crap. Because we just got a whole bunch of crap. So that would have taken a while. Alright, so what do we get? Archive, configs, installs. These ones we've already seen. Let's go into archive first. Nothing there. CD configs. Notepad++, Microsoft. Nothing. I literally picked the only one that didn't. Less projects.xml. Nothing. Settings. I mean, this is Unicode. This is like an annoying thing that Windows does, where literally everything it does has to be in 16-bit Unicode instead of UTF-8, which is fucking annoying because it doesn't display properly on Windows machines. So this is actually readable XML. We would just have to I convert it to UTF-8. Yeah, here we go. UTF-8. Settings.xml. Illegal input sequence. Okay, well, I'm fucking it up somehow, but it's actually readable XML, but we won't worry about it unless I have to worry about it. CD Atlas. Okay, this at least is readable. Brainstorm. Competitive weaknesses. Jolie Linehan. Robert O'Hara. We got some names in here. FUT16, maybe it's like that. I don't really know how to use UTF-8 or iConvert properly. I know it's possible. It's from code ASCII. Oh, well, that would make sense. So it's already UTF-16 little endian. Because that's what Windows puts shit in. To UTF-8, settings.xml. There we go. So now it's readable. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So the problem is that Windows likes everything to be in UTF-16 little endian Unicode syntax, and Linux likes UTF-8. So that's why the settings.xml appear to be binary, because there's 8 extra bits on the end of every character that it doesn't recognize. So if you use IC and iConvert here to go from 16-bit little endian to UTF-8, is that for all Windows? I mean, all Windows is a very complete statement. It's definitely PowerShell's way of doing things. It's the way C# does things. It's the way .NET in general is going to do stuff. But yeah. Generally, when you have Windows files like that, they're going to be in 16-bit little endian. That's just how Windows prefers to do things. So we can look at projects.xml as well. Editing.xml. Yeah, nothing of interest here anyways. But we did learn a little thing there. Options.xml. So who knows what we're looking for? I mean, really we're looking for any information that helps us. But what primarily are we focused on finding? What primarily are we hoping to find here? Creds. It's always credentials, okay? It always comes back to find additions to our collection.
Credits will do fine.
We want credentials, okay? And it's, as I've proven today, it's very common to find clear text credentials in file shares just sitting in files. This is incredibly common. Again, proved it just today. Found an entire Excel file on a shared folder that contains like dozens of usernames and passwords. Dozens. And I tried a bunch of them and they all worked. Okay, every single one of them I tried worked. It's big oof. Yeah, big oof. All right? But so for those, and I every so often I get someone in here saying, well, this isn't realistic. My dude, this is the most realistic thing ever, to find credentials in file shares. Oh my god, it's so realistic. It is so common. Config.xml. What do we get here? We're seeing some paths here. Let's go ahead and grab this. This could be useful for us. Okay. So we do have some stuff, some desktop, some stuff on the desktop. I got in so many arguments with people about storing passwords in spreadsheet or .text. I'm telling you, it happens all of the time. All the time. It is so common, it's nauseating. To have it embedded in HTML source. I have found that too. It's especially to have social security numbers embedded in the page source, because it is actually illegal in most places to press the F12 key. I don't even know why we have F12 keys if it's illegal to push them. I think that's all the interesting stuff from here. Anything else? RU scanner? RU config? I'm not familiar with RU. But it looks like we have a fine addition to our collection. Oh, by the way, I didn't just find that Excel document. I also, in another IT department share, I found their entire Active Directory configuration. That includes their domain controllers. Their domain. I know all of the local admin accounts on their domain controllers. The encrypted passwords were in there, but so far I have not been successful in cracking them. There were encrypted local admin passwords for their domain controllers in there that I have not been able to yet to crack. But they are in there. Okay, so you do find this stuff. I'm telling you, this stuff does happen. This stuff does exist. Para Henrique and Astoria Knight, thank you for the follows. Cthulhu Fountain to you, my friend. So let's take this out. This was an RU config, I think it said. Okay, so we're putting, this is it looks like, I would bet that this password is encrypted. The reason I brought that up is because the encrypted passwords were base64 encoded like this. And usually this doesn't mean, oh, you just base64 decode them. It's encrypted. It's not actually what it means. Usually when you see an encrypted password that's in something encrypted, that's in base64, usually it's binary data. Usually when you encrypt something, it's going to end up in binary data. So the most common way to represent and store that data is to base64 encode it. So, yeah. I actually can't tell if this is a clear text password or not. My guess is it is not a clear text password because it has some weird, like whatever this Eldritch rune here. I'm guessing this is not just a clear text password. I'm guessing not. Hacking Island with the raid. Thank you so much for the 39. The many user raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to all of your viewers. How was your stream, my friend? It's a German character? Okay, well, I mean, my point is that it's not on the standard American keyboard, so it's unlikely to be a clear text password. We can try to authenticate with this, just to see. Let's go all the way up to crackmap exec. What was this? What user was this for? C.Smith, I think? C.Smith. Agent Smith. You all look the same to me. Okay, we're doing that. My guess is that this password is not going to work. Yeah, so this is not a clear text password. This is encrypted. So we are going to have to decrypt it somehow. And people are now talking in German in my chat. Server manager. What is this? Nothing? Okay. So what type of encryption is this likely to be? It is encryption. Well, we were given these paths, right? We were given these paths here, which is interesting. I'm going to try... Let's try to authenticate. Let's go to SMB client again. And so here's another quirk about Windows. That we might not be able to answer the... We might not be able to access the folder, but it is possible we can access the... it's possible we can access the file. Like there's desktop todo.txt. In IT, there's Carl temp.txt. Let's do the secure dollar share first. So we can see if we have the permissions to access that file. Dir. Okay, so IT, Carl, temp.tech. Can we CD into IT? Dir. We cannot. Get Carl temp.text. Okay, it looks like that did not work. All right, so we'll exit. Let's try it now in the users folder. Okay. Hi, FC Lab. Welcome. We can CD. It was in C.Smith desktop. Object name not found. Get C.Smith desktop. To-do.txt. No. So it looks like we can't access those. I guess we probably can't do it with... We probably can't do it with... You also remember the translate? Oh god, people are just doing German. It's just German everywhere now. Did I try and access the desktop? I tried to access the desktop here. Did I try to actually... I didn't actually try to access Carl. That's probably my mistake. Or it might be my mistake. Let's see. Secure. Welcome. 2019. Okay. Dir. CD IT. Now we can't read the directory of IT, but let's try to CD into Carl. We can. Okay, so that actually did work. But we cannot okay. Interesting. So there is no to-do.txt. We were just supposed to try and access the folder. That's interesting. So, because I did it here. Like, I tried to access the desktop of Carl. I just forgot to do it on this. But I'm glad I realized it and went back before I went down a rabbit hole. All right, so let's go back here. Let's recurse on, prompt off, mget star. Okay. Where can I find videos of the Wind Corp series? I don't think any of those are going to be on my channel anymore. I think they probably expired. I have them locally, but I don't know if you want to see me struggling over Osiris again. What the hell did I just do? Stop. Don't do that. Okay, here we are. VB projects sounds good. I like to go into ones like that look for looking for Visual Basic scripts, because those often have credentials in them. RU. Where are credentials found in RU whatever? This is a Visual Studio project. .slsn. So this is a Visual Studio project. I don't see anything particularly incriminating here. CDRU scanner. Bin. So it looks like... Is there any compiled versions of this? I don't know. I don't know why I'm even checking. It probably wouldn't even help us. But we do see some Visual Basic stuff here. So let's less config file. XML serializer. So it's using the XML serializer library. less module1.visualBasic. Decrypt string. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. ruconfig.xml. Was that... was the config.xml where we found those credentials before? Fuck. Which one of these folders? It's like a million things. Is it an archive? No. Configs. RU scanner? ruconfig.xml, yeah. So this is where we found the credentials, wasn't it? Yeah. So, presumably we can just run this Visual Basic file on our... presumably we can just run this in Visual Studio. Okay. How do I want to do this? Well, I've got my debugging machine open because I was doing stuff on it earlier. Pay no attention to this. Nothing happening here. Nothing happening here either. Yep, nothing to look at here. Nope. This is Visual Studio Code. I can just close this. Visual Studio 2019. Do I need to reset it? You have a reference to... Yeah, I know you can decrypt it. I realize that. None of this malware is written in nim. Move along. Sometimes I have to move quickly. And sometimes I specifically need .NET assemblies. Alright, so it's not complaining to me, which means I don't have to reset the Visual Studio. So let's go ahead and copy this project to my folder here. Let's copy ruconfig as well. To mount projects, HacktheBox. We'll just drop it in HacktheBox, it's fine. And CD Visual Basic projects, I think. Work in progress. RU. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, so we got it. Let's just copy tac RU to mount projects, HacktheBox. It's fine. Let's hop back over here. We're gonna open a project or solution. Let's go to my shared folder. Into HacktheBox, RU, and ruscanner.slsn. Okay. Yes, this is a very trustworthy source. My evaluation period ends in 10 days. I hate to spoil the ending for you there, Windows, but no, it does not. It does not end in 10 days. All right, so we have RU scanner, and we see module 1 here. All right, so this is module 1. Obviously, this is like really shitty, like fucking config file.visualbasic. It looks like this is just parsing the configuration file. Single sign-on integration. Utils. So this is the key, probably. This is probably the initialization vector, perhaps. So all this is preset. We don't need to fuck around with this stuff. Obviously, we could like decrypt this. This is AES. It looks like CBC. Obviously, we could just decrypt the password, but it's easy enough to just like we can go to release, I guess. Does it really need to be? Can it be 64-bit, please? Okay, so we set it to 60. It's going to compile for 64-bit, and we'll go ahead and build it. Does it build? It does build. Okay, cool. So where does it actually read the file from? It looks like it's just reading it from the same directory. So yeah, pay no attention to flute. Shut up, Windows Defender. There's nothing in here. Don't worry about it. Flute.exe was what I was working on today. It is a modified version of Rubius that bypass AV. And I named it Flute. Where did I put it again? I think it's in HacktheBox. So let's cut this. Let's go into RU scanner, bin, release. Is it not in there? Oh, in x64, release. Here we go. Paste that in. KEKW Windows Defender did a hey listen. It does do that. It do be like that. All right, so the question is it going to print it to the screen? My guess is it actually won't. Let's just see what it does. Yes, how thrilling. So let me just, let's do it in here. CD, what drive letter is it? It is Z drive. RU, CD, RU scanner, CD, bin, x64, release, okay, it doesn't actually do anything. So we're probably going to have to modify, we may have to modify it just to, we're probably just going to have to modify it in order to print out the password. So how do we do a console dot like write line or something? Let's just open up Edge here really quickly. So this is in Visual Basic. Print to console. We use the write line method. Yeah, it's console.writeLine somehow. Console.writeLine. Okay, so we can paste this in here. Console.writeLine. Password plus let's do this. Why are you not pasting? Okay. Hopefully that will do what we want. Save all. And we can build it again. Success. And there we go. Does anybody have any questions about how we did that? there were a lot of ways. There were a lot of ways that you could have gotten through that. That's just the way that was easiest to me. It's always easiest to me to reuse code as much as possible. Like, what this is doing is it has the function built in here to decrypt the password. It has the function. We obviously we figured out, we looked at this and we can see that it's using AES, CBC, cipher blockchaining mode. We could have gone up here and we could have researched this this function, and exactly, I think this is probably the key. This is probably the initialization vector. This is probably the string to encrypt. We could have figured out exactly what kind of encryption it was using. We know the key. We know the initialization vector. We could have done it in CyberChef as well. Could we do it without a Windows machine? Yeah. All you would have had to do was read this utils.visualbasic over here on the side. Just read this utils.visualbasic line here, and you could have read these parameters right out of here. Where's this function definition? Okay, so there's a salt value. It looks like they're adding a salt. Plain text. Passphrase is probably the key. So it's iterating twice. It's encrypting twice. The initialization vector is this. And the key size is 256. So it's 256-bit AES with 2 iterations. And this salt, which probably means it's being appended to this. I mean, you could have done this in CyberChef. You could have figured there's lots of ways you could have worked through this. It's just easiest to me if I can just reuse the code that's already been used. Does that make sense? Like, it's already been written. All of this crap has already been written. All I have to do is add a little line to it saying, hey, just print the decrypted password to the string, please. Or just maybe just print the decrypted password to the screen. And it does the heavy lifting for you. Can you upload the videos of the WinCorp series where I can download it, please? I think there might... I don't remember if I uploaded any of them on YouTube. But honestly, the WinCorp series is really, really good, my dude. That's a great little primer for Active Directory. I highly recommend just working through them. Just work through them. There's lots of write-ups that exist, too. Oh, let's do Stream Raiders really quickly. Does anybody have any questions about how we solve that? Anything? Romain DeQuid, Bricks, and WYRRDSL. Thank you for the follows. Cthulhu Fountain to you, my friend. If you have questions about what we did there, feel free to ask. How did you get the code? We found it in a file share. We found it in a file share. We found the config file containing the encrypted password, and we successfully... We just used the code that was already written here to decrypt it. Yep, SMB. Send Pi absolutely popping off. Well done on that last one, my dude. Okay. Back to it. Okay. We now have credentials for Chris Chan here. C. Smith. I'm assuming his name. For some reason, I think his name is Chris. Is that right? Maybe I'm wrong. And his name is not Chris. But we're going to call him Chris Chan anyway. C. Smith. And pancake. And the this crazy pancakes password here. So we'll close that. Again, fortunately, I already had my Windows dev box open, so that was real easy. I was doing dev on it earlier today. So, okay. So let's go back to the other pane. If you have questions about what we did there, please feel free to ask. I saw someone remark, this box is marked easy. That's what everyone says whenever I do a Hack the Box machine that's easy. That's one of the things that took a while for me to realize with Windows targets. Sometimes you don't need to get a shell on the target when you enumerate, find creds, and pilfer shares. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward so far. I'm pretty comfortable at this point. For a new pen tester, I can see how this would be hard. But for somebody like me, we're basically just flying through this. This is pretty straight. I don't mean to, like, I'm not, like, bragging or saying I'm so good or anything. It's just that when you just get really, especially when you're a red teamer specifically, you get really comfortable dealing with Windows machines. Like, if you're just using CrackMap exec is like 80% of it. CrackMap exec is so fucking useful. It's the most useful tool on Windows, guaranteed. I use it all the time. I used it every day this week on the job. It is one of the most useful tools out there. I highly recommend CrackMap exec. CrackMap exec, pilfering file shares. I've been pilfering file shares all fucking day. Literally all day today. And most of yesterday, too. So, this is all just pretty standard operations for me. This is all pretty normal. So it looks like we only have read access. I guess we don't probably have WinRM, do we? Nope. We could try WMI exec. Actually, CrackMap exec will use it under the hood. We can do tac x, WMI exec, or tac x to execute a command, who am I? Tac exec method equals WMI exec. Is it like that? Unrecognized arguments. I'm pretty sure that's right. So CrackMap exec has multiple ways that it'll execute commands for you. Exec method. That is what I did. What? Am I using an old version? I literally just installed it. What? I literally just installed it. How am I getting unrecognized arguments? Tac exec method. Like, what? How? Oh, because of WinRM. I'm an idiot. I forgot to change it to WinRM. I forgot to change it back to SMB. That's my mistake. So we try to execute code via WMI exec. That's usually the most consistent way I've found of getting code execution through CrackMap exec. It does not look like code executed. We can try SMB exec as well. The problem with SMB exec is it's going to try and make a service, and it usually doesn't work. It usually doesn't work unless you have administrator rights. So it doesn't look like we have administrator, but I bet you we can access his folder. So let's go to SMB client. I'll go to the users folder. That's fine. C.Smith. And his password is going to be this pancakes password. Okay. All right. C.Smith Here we go. So we are in as c.smith. We get user.text. We cannot get into... I hate it when people put spaces in their file names. Let's just go with the... Damn it. I want to make a different... I want to stop, like, I'm getting so disorganized here. Because I'm going too fast. Victor Chris Chan. Okay. I love this soundtrack. Yeah, it's the StarCraft 2 soundtrack. Dir. CDC.Smith. Dir. Okay. CD. HQK reporting. Recurse on. Prompt off. mget star. Pull it all down. Exit. CD AD integration module. LDAP, HQK LDAP. Okay, strings. Let's look at, let's pipe into less. So what, is this another Visual Basic? If it's Visual Basic, I can decompile it. File HQK LDAP. Yeah, it's a .NET assembly. All right, so it looks like we're going back into our Windows dev box here in a second. Except for some reason, I didn't see debug mode password. Professional red teamer, and I can't see files with password in the name. Oh, I just get jebaited. Is that it? You're just gonna jebait me? Fuck you. Okay. They jebaited me. C program files, HQK, all queries. Okay. So this is a decompilation thing. So we're gonna want to, let's go into... let's copy HQK to mount projects. HacktheBox. Slap it in there. Let's pull my dev box back up. Have a good night, subterminal. Drive safe if you're driving somewhere. Do I have DN Spy on here? I'm 90% sure I do. Yes. I would like to run it. Okay, so DN Spy is a program for decompiling .NET executables like this. It looks like I still have... Okay, let's definitely get rid of all of this. Close all. That stuff must have been left over from something else. HacktheBox. This... We throw it in there, and DN Spy will decompile it for us, and we'll be able to see what it has for us. .NET executables can be trivially decompiled. This is something to definitely keep in mind. Alrighty, so we have some .NET code here. Okay, these are all, like, core libraries, so we're looking for, like, credentials. So it's Ghidra for .NET. I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, like a .NET code is much higher level than C. So you wouldn't use Ghidra. Ghidra would be like cutting the grass with a pair of scissors. Yeah, technically you could do it, but it's not the most efficient tool for the job. It's important to know the most efficient tool for the job. I didn't know this existed. Thank you. You're welcome. Database import. Okay, this looks like it's the main module, as indicated by the fact that it says main module. Yeah, I actually decompiled a few of these today, actually. One of the web shares I went through was the web root of a web application on the internal network. And I decompiled a few of the DLLs that looked interesting for various reasons. It looks like... unfortunately, credentials are being set from the command line, so this may not be useful for us. My question is, what am I missing then? I must have missed something. We'll come back to this in a minute. Seems that thing is in LDAP search settings. I mean, I guess I'll bring it back up. I feel like I've been missing something. Like, not missing something in LDAP search settings. Yeah, it's just setting... Doesn't look terribly interesting. Backup config file? Is there a backup config file somewhere that I've seen? Is it even pulling a config file? I don't think it's even pulling a config file. So it's the username and password look like they're being set at the command line. Is there a config file? File? No, it's reading from the command line. It's using the file library. It's file.readAllLines. These are the command line arguments. It's accepting passwords at the command line. If you run strings on the binary, it'd be super clean output, not garbled junk, and usually have things like that is definitely correct. So it looks like we're supplying a password. We're supplying LDAP search settings password. LDAP.username. we're not in a domain context, so that LDAP doesn't really make sense. Did our Nmap scan? We barely even looked at the Nmap scan. Yeah, LDAP isn't even open on the target. So it's not doing an LDAP query. That's not what we care about. Let's do a TAC as well. So it doesn't look like there are credentials, so I'm wondering if there are other ports open that I care about. Do that. Oh, God. Again. Easy box with RE. This is not... I mean, it is a little bit of reverse engineering. It's not like... We're not in Ghidra or anything. You're reading regular, readable code here. This isn't Ghidra. Like, let's be clear. So let's look at the main module again. Performing LDAP query. So HK, what is this called? HQK LDAP. So it looks like HQK DB import.exe needs to be there. Did we find that? I don't think we did. I'll have to go back and look here in a second. It is actually failing out if that file does not exist. LDAP search settings password. That doesn't really give me anything. Where's main module? So it's performing the LDAP query. Text.substring. There might be some embedded resources in the resources folder. Where? Right here? Doesn't seem to be anything. References to all these other Microsoft libraries. We don't really care about those. Third from the top? Like, that's the P. What do you mean third from the top? I'm like this one right here? Check the files you downloaded. All right, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, we don't have that other file that we need to execute it. There's this debug mode password, but it gives me 0. There's nothing in it. Config backup is definitely interesting. All queries. Okay, so that's the config. Is there supposed to be something that config backup? Sure, but what does this give me? It gives me a path. Well, it gives me port 4386. That could be interesting. Let's take a look at port 4386. See if there's anything up. It says it's filtered, which means that it's blocked at the firewall. You have the username and password. Okay, but my confusion is we cannot execute code, so we can't run this from the host. Even if we could, what are we getting out of this? It's just doing an LDAP query. In main, it looks like you supply... Like, yeah, I get that. We're adding the username and password, but what... I'm missing something. There's a piece of the puzzle that's missing. Because this doesn't seem to really give me anything. Resources. Does it use that other executable? HQLDAP.resources. I don't think so. Like, what code am I missing here? Creating user, new user. I mean, like, sure, it's creating a user. Like, I can't execute it on the host. It would only matter if we could execute it on the host. And execution isn't even going to work unless we have this other executable in there. Or in the folder with it. Where the hell is main? Sometimes a file just looks empty. Is there an alter... I mean, it says 0 bytes. Is there a fucking alternate data stream? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? There's an alternate data stream? I'm gonna be fucking pissed if there's an alternate data stream. Hang on. Going back. So... Are you telling me there's the only way it can look empty, if it looks empty, and I'm not downloading anything, that means, can I even download an alternate? How can I tell if something has an alternate data stream from SMB client? Because it's clear we downloaded the normal stream of the file. Does SMB client have the ability to see alternate data streams? I'll be goddamned it does. Okay, I did not know this was possible. All info? So I can just do the all info command? Okay, I didn't know this was possible. I learned something. I officially learned something. Still stupid, but I learned something. But let me tell you how many times alternate data streams have come up in a real-world engagement. How many times do you guys I think I've seen, in all of the assessments I've done, how many times do you guys think I've seen an alternate data stream be relevant? Fucking 0. Hey, Husky, you ever seen alternate data streams in the real world? Has any pen tester in chat seen an alternate data stream used in the real world? Fuck no, dude. Most users don't even know they exist. They're an obscure function of Windows that basically no one uses except for malware authors who want to be evasive with their malware. That's basically it. So you're saying there's so all info? All info. How the fuck was I supposed to even know there was an alternate? I guess seeing that the file was empty would make sense. All info. Debug mode passwords.txt. There is a fucking alternate data stream. So there's this. So if you're wondering how alternate data streams work, so here's the deal. Okay. So in the NTFS file system, files can contain multiple file sections within the file. It's kind of an obscure function, but it is possible. The standard one is called $data. That's the standard That is the standard stream that contains your file content. But you can add other streams and name them whatever you want. In this case, password. So can I just download it the same way? Normally the way you would do this is you would do... The way you refer to alternate data streams in .NET, at least, is with a colon. Yep, size 15. So that worked. So SMB client, I did not know you could see alternate data streams in an SMB client. So that is new to me. That is brand new to me. So here is this. And we have a password here. Is this the administrator password? No. That's not what I said. Do that. Is this the administrator password? Don't know if you had a chance to check it out yet. Book of Boba Fett slaps, especially the most recent episode. I've heard the opposite, to be honest with you. So that is not the administrator password. What else could it be for? One of these other users? I guess one of these other users. What were the other users? L. Frost R. Thompson. Let's try L. Frost first. And let's go up and copy and paste R. Thompson as well, just in case that doesn't work. Okay, that does work. So we can authenticate as... It does not execute code still. But we have L. Frost. Will it work as R. Thompson as well, is my interest. That would explain why Windows does not like colons inside of file names? Yes. Colons and dot... So both R. Thompson and L. Frost have the same password. Okay. Let's go TAC shares, see if they have any additional access. Let's go ahead and copy this password out. Okay. It actually cannot read... It actually has less access, believe it or not. So we can try the users folder. R. Thompson. Okay. What do you mean? I'm literally R. Thompson. I can't read my own fucking... What? I can't read my own user folder. Why can't I read my own user folder? Unbelievable. Okay, so that does effectively nothing. Unless I can read the administrator folder? Maybe the administrator folder has an alternate data stream. The alternate data streams are the steganography of Windows. Alternate data streams in CTFs are like steganography. Like, sometimes kind of fun, but you never see them in real life. So we still don't get anything. Like, essentially, we have credentials for these other users, but that doesn't really seem to get us much. Neither of them have code execution. They can't even read their own fucking temp folder. Nmap scan doesn't have anything. What about the tasks folder? I can't read any of the... I think we've read all the shares at this point. I mean, someone said that config file was the key. Was there something I missed in that config file? I mean, we have this port. The only thing I'm seeing is we can't access the program file, so this doesn't make any sense. We're seeing this port, but that port says filtered, which means it seems to be blocked at the firewall. I guess I can try netcatting to it just to see. There's some kind of random fucking service here. 4386. Then why did it say filtered Nmap?
Why are you the way that you are?
So what the fuck is this? Help? This can't be a buffer overflow in an easy box. HacktheBox never puts buffer up. Did I just fucking crash it already? Okay, telnet. Okay, help. There we go. Run queries against databases using the okay. Oh, debug password. Perfect. Okay, good. Now it's coming together. Now it's coming together, chat. Okay? Maybe the debug password has an alternate data stream. Fucking Jesus. Alternate fucking data stream. Okay. Help. Please let me execute code. Fuck. Okay. What extra commands do I have? Okay, stop. Nmap, you've betrayed me today. We're not on good terms. List. I guess that just probably just list command. Setdir. Run query. Debug. We have service, and we have session, and we have show query. Okay. Service. Oh, this is the executable. Is this the executable that we're using? Is this? Huh? Oh. Once again, Helen of Tor has come into the room to tell me that one of you degenerates wants to be yelled at. Oh! So she just came in here. You just think that it's okay. You just think that it's okay to redeem Balding from the other room? Okay, well now... I'm okay. You know what? I'm not going to let her get to me, okay? I'm not going to let her get to me. It's been a good day, other than the fact that Rocco has basically been snacking on my hand for the entire day. Technique! You're not even in the room with me. The new meta is you have to be in the apartment with me to tell me I'm molding. That's the new meta. The standard has been set. We can't go we can't go backwards anymore. Okay? Fucking goddamn. Okay, so this is not the executable. This is not. Now I've completely lost my train of thought. So the executable is this HQK service. All queries. Let's do session. This must be our current session, I guess. Show query. Invalid number. Okay, show query 1. Okay. Invoices. What is this doing for me? Can I run? What does run query do? Invalid database configurate. Okay. Okay, list. Whoa, okay. Run query command. Okay. Run query 2. Okay, so run query. Okay, show query 1. We can show query 2. Okay, show query 3. Products sold in last 30 days. Can I show query 4? Invalid query ID. List. Query files in current directory. And wasn't there... Setdir. Okay, cool. Setdir. And I think we were in program files. So see... Where were we again? Program files HQK. Was there like a list contents of a directory? Setdir. Can we do this? Okay. List. Okay, files. Okay. Progress. And here's that weird executable, I think. No, this is the... Okay. We have an LDAP thing. We have this. We were in all queries before. Now we're in L... Okay. What's in HQK config? Show query. So this is basically a local file inclusion. HQK config. Come on, just give me the administrator password. String, input string was not in the correct form. Show query 3. Okay, we already have that though. That's not fair. That's not fun. Nobody's enjoying that. We did show query 3. I did it! Show query 2. Okay, that's a lot of fucking crap. Okay, I don't think there's anything in there. I'm gonna hope there's nothing in there. If there is, it's fucking cruel, so I'm not going to. Let's list. Let us... Setdir. LDAP? Okay. Actually, I think I want to do logs. Setdir logs. Logs might have credentials. List. Log.txt. Show query 1. Fuck! Damn it! Okay, alright. Setdir LDAP. List. Okay. Oh, this is our executable. Okay. This is okay. This is our executable. Now the pieces, the Rubik's Cube is starting to assemble itself, okay? Show query 2. Okay. We have something here. These look like fine additions. We're getting close, I feel like. Is this another fucking encrypted password? Please don't be encrypted. Please don't be encrypted. Please don't be encrypted.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You're mad. Let's do Stream Raiders really quickly. Ah. Is it UTF 8 encoded? Probably not. I mean, we're going to be decrypting it, probably. I'm not sure what we're going to... The question is, can we decrypt it with that file that we had before? Can I decrypt it with that file that was from before? I might just slap it in there to find out. It can't hurt. It can't hurt to take a look-see. It ends similarly, but has slashes in it this time. Yeah, that's normal base 64 encoding stuff. Serovi and Pithro with the most kills and most assists. Okay, quick trivia. Be careful, the trivia might have an alternate data stream. Let's see. When is Helen of Tor's birthday? Helen of Tor, if you answer, I'm gonna come in there and mold. I'm gonna take Rocco is what's gonna happen. What's Helen of Tor's birthday? I'll give it to John Doe Norris if he's in the Stream Raiders. If he's not, he's getting timed out. He's getting timed out! I guess Technique got the closest. We'll give it to Technique. 30 seconds! Okay, 30 seconds I guess is fine. The year is missing? No, the day was fine. Her birthday is January 23rd, which was Sunday. This past Sunday. Zarko, Tails Sem H, Devcam Lactor, and Pardo Senior with thank you for the follows. Alright, so let's take this fucking son of a bitch. Let's just pop over to the dev box again. Let's go into it's in bin 64-bit release. And it was in ruconfig.xml. Open with. Just open it with Notepad. And we'll just put this in here instead. And we'll see if it'll decrypt. Damn it. Okay, alright, so it's different encryption. It was a reasonable shot. Is there some encryption routine that I'm missing here? Where is anything getting encrypted or decrypted? I don't see anything getting encrypted or decrypted anywhere. Does anybody see encryption? I think you missed the mold. Everybody wants molds today, my dude. Maticus Maximus, I missed your mold on purpose. I missed the mold on purpose. I told you the new meta is that you have to be in the apartment. The ante has been upped. We can't go back now. We can't put this cat back in the bag. These old-time molds don't even work anymore. You woke Rocco? Okay, well, whose fault is that? I don't see any encryption happening. Let's try... it probably won't execute unless it has that file in there, will it? HQK. LDAP.exe? Invalid number of command line arguments. What arguments does it want? To go down to main. Import LDAP user, I guess, is what it wants. If it's less than... So it needs one command line argument. And you can set the domain user password. Can you specify... Accounts found. So it's reading. I think it wants a config file on the command line. If file exists. So it's looking for a config file. Okay, let's give it a config file then. So let's give it that. Where is that? I think I copied that whole thing. Yeah, this one right here. So we'll make a new file. We'll just call it config.txt. Slap this in there. Save. And we execute this at the command line with a with the config.txt. Did I put it in the right place? I did not. Put it there. Optional database import module. I guess that's probably where the decryption is occurring. There has to be a decryption happening. I guess this is the puzzle, right? So the decryption is in this database import module. Where is that? But then it's just not going to run. I mean, I can make this thing execute. Where is the decryption happening? It's going to fail out when it tries to use anything from that module. Like, which I guess is right here. So it's going to fail right there. That's not a problem necessarily. LDAP search settings. So this must be... So it's an LDAP search. Is there some kind of decryption happening in here? Have you seen the R anti-work implosion? Yeah, I've heard about. I've been seeing that drama. It's awake again at it's at R work reform now. But yeah, I did see that. I did see that drama unfold. I was following it as I've worked my ass off this week. So where is the decryption occurring? I don't see... I don't see any decryption happening. Does anybody else see decryption? I'm just looking for how the decryption is happening. I don't see any decryption routine. Okay, it's not. These are not command line arguments. It's reading from a file. So whoever said that was right about that. But my question still is, how is it doing the decryption? Maybe it's just a really odd clear text password? Oh man, if that turns out to be the case, I'm gonna be fucking pissed! It has equals sign at the end. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so pissed if that turns out to be the case. Oh my god, if that's the case. Oh, I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. I actually don't want it to work. I'm gonna be so mad. If that's the case, I'm gonna maul my fucking ass off, dude. If I'm getting memed with what looks like a base 64 and just like random characters in base 64 encoding as a password, I'm gonna be super pissed. Okay, so that's not it. I'm actually relieved. I'm actually a little bit relieved. But my question still remains. Where is decryption happening? I'm looking all throughout this, and I don't see any decryption. Let's just debug the program. I need to put in like a file. Let's debug the program and see if it does anything to the password that we're not seeing. So the first thing I need is to find the main module again, which is here. And then I need to make a file called this. We can just echo Okay. So there's now a file called HQKDB import. That should get us past that check. Let's just make sure it executes and it does crash. Okay. Okay, so we need to debug this. I need to set a breakpoint somewhere. I guess it's... LDAP equals new LDAP. That's just a class definition. I guess we can just slap it. Let's put a breakpoint right here. Add breakpoint. That's what I'm looking for. So we'll put a breakpoint right there. We'll debug. Start debugging. And the argument is going to be config.txt. Because that's our configuration file. And it executes, and then the program should stop executing right here. And it has, but we see that the password remains the same. You should make a cat walking reward. What is that? I can't make her do anything. Are you kidding me? So, I mean, it is doing no decryption. The password is right here. LDAP.password. Oh, the LDAP. I'm not looking at the password. Ah! That was the confusion. So where is the decryption occurring? It must be in this LDAP library, I guess? But we do see that this is the password right here. So does everyone see what we did? We just put a breakpoint right here. So that means that the program is going to pause execution when it hits this line. Before it executes this line, crucially. And the only reason I did that is because it's right after this line where the password gets set. And this is the last time we're doing anything with the password before we go into making an LDAP query, which is right here. And this is where the program fails because we don't actually have this file. And we see that if we go into the LDAP object, LDAP.password, the password property of the LDAP object is set to this other string here. So this LDAP search settings.password, again, I don't see where an encryption is occurring. Does anybody, like, understand what's happening here? Why encryption is occurring? LDAP search settings. Is this like a known library? Nope. Doesn't look like it. So where is encryption happening? I'm confused. I'm confused, but we know what the password is now, at least. Now we can pop back over to our Linux machine. Yeah, that's what I wanted to copy. Thank you, DN Spy. Fucking DN Spy. Copy. Is this gonna paste now? Okay, that's better than... At least it has what I want. There was a capital X at the end. Let's do this. I still don't understand how encryption is occurring. But... we do, I believe, have the administrator password here. So let's check. That was a hard box. It wasn't too bad. At the end, I really don't really understand what was happening. And there you go. So we do have that happening there. I don't think the config file is a red herring because you can see if we go back to main, we can see LDAP search settings.password equals CR. Here's the encryption. I see. Okay. Now it's clearer. So it's doing it's doing a similar thing to the other one, but with 3 iterations. This is the initialization vector, 256-bit AES. This is the salt, this is the key. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, I just didn't pay attention to this for some reason, because I'm an idiot. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on here, so I just didn't see that. CR.ds, DS stands for decrypt string. Now I get it. Okay, now I understand it. Okay. Do people understand what is happening there? Okay. I just didn't read. I can't read what's on my fucking... Okay. Impacket, WMI exec. We definitely don't want TAC K, and we definitely don't want no pass. Administrator at... this. It asked me for my password, and I give it this. Okay. It sometimes takes a little bit to connect with WMI exec. You pretty much set a breakpoint where the password was being inputted. I set a breakpoint at the last time, right after the last time the password was being manipulated. Because again, I didn't really know where the encryption was occurring. it had to be decrypted before it did an LDAP search. So the last time the password was being manipulated, I just set a breakpoint after that. And then I ran the program. The program froze in its execution, and I could examine the contents of variables and so on. We can see the password text still exists from this if statement up here. And we see that the LDAP object contains the property password, which is the decrypted string. Hopefully that makes sense. Could not connect. Okay. Impacted SMB exec. And what is the administrator password at you can also there's also at exec, which I believe uses the task scheduler. But hopefully that's not going to be necessary. I think SMB exec should work. Yeah, there you go. So we do have SMB exec dir. Oh, I shouldn't have hit dir. That was dumb. Who am I? We should be system. We are system.
Hackerman.
I'm in. All right. So we can cd users, administrator, desktop. I did use full paths. Oh, I guess cat c users, administrator, desktop, root.txt. Or it's going to be type. Fuck. And there you go. Does anybody have any questions about that machine? That was a very interesting machine. I liked the reverse engineering. I would not have put that in the easy category. I would have made that a medium, I think. But I'm not making the rules. Flag. Where do I put in the flag? Is there... Where... Am I missing, like, the obvious place where... Oh, right here? How do I submit the goddamn flag? This interface is just... I'm sorry. Oh, it needs to be submit... Oh, fuck. I guess maybe that's why I didn't... Okay, maybe I need to do it over here, then. Because I'm in... The machine isn't started because I'm in a... I am in a, I'm in a, like, a hidden mod, dev portion of HacktheBox. And it looks like their website is basically dead now. If I spawn the machine, it's going to have a different flag. The flags are, randomly set. But we do have the password. The password will be the same. We'll put the password in, and I'll boot up I'll boot it up off the stream, and yeah, that's not gonna work. I'll boot it off stream later on, and put the password in, just to really quickly root it. Does anybody have any questions about that box at all? Very interesting machine. I'm glad we did that one. Because that was interesting. We had a lot of twists and turns. And other than the alternate data stream, I'd say it was pretty cool. Thanks, Orbital Gun, for the 69 nice Tiggle biddies.
Well done, L4Z Draco.
Okay. Questions, comments, threats, bribes. Who are we rating? That's the real question. Who are we rating on this fine evening? I would rate Ira Sakai, probably, but he is... Oh, he's doing HacktheBox today, so we'll rate Ira Sakai today. All right. Thank you for the interesting stream. Oh, by all means, yes. I probably will still stream on Sunday, but it'll probably be a briefer stream. I'm going to be commentating Alt UHC on Sunday, so make sure you tune in for that. I'll make sure to post a reminder about it in the Discord. Oh yeah, here's Rocco again. If you want those who wanted to see him. Yep. All right. Thank you all for being here. Again, it's the light of my life to do this stuff for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, threats, or anything or bribes or anything like that, feedback, I can always be reached on Discord and by email. Yeah. Go to bed tonight knowing a little bit more than you did yesterday, and I'll see you guys again when the stars are right. Have a good night, day, or whatever time it is wherever you are. Get vaccinated and stay safe. I love you all.